Oftentimes the world wants to engage with the people of God. Well, if God is with you in everything you do, as Abimelech says to Abraham in Genesis 21, we want you on our team. And we certainly don't want you turning against us. But those who engage with the people of God get more than they bargain for. Abraham can promise kindness, but he also wants to raise questions of justice, and he won't live compromised in any way by Abimelech's patronage. If all peoples on earth will be blessed through you, then the world has to engage with you, but not on their terms, or else there will be no blessing at all. How does Jesus do it? In Luke 14, the part of Abimelech is played by a prominent Pharisee. Now, what would Mr. Worldly Wise say? Have you got that, Jesus? Prominent, leading, influential Pharisee. That means he is known and respected for being one of the good guys. And he's invited you to eat with him. Play your cards right, and this could be good for you. Isn't it nice to have friends in high places? Before we look at what Jesus actually does, let's think about what Mr. Worldly Wise would probably advise him to do. Given that there is a man suffering from dropsy right there in front of Jesus, for instance, and given that it's the Sabbath and he is a guest among a group of Pharisees and he is being carefully watched, what should he do? Well, Jesus, listen, there's no need to give offence to anyone here. Why not just give the man your card and arrange to meet him the next day and heal him then? Eh? Or if you really can't see your way to doing that, why not slip outside with him for a moment and heal him in private? And if you really have to go through with this and heal him right here and now, take my advice, Jesus, and don't draw everybody's attention to it. Don't appear to be criticising your host and his friends. Don't antagonise them if you could possibly help it. Well now, here's what Jesus does. He heals the man in full view of them all. In fact, he draws attention to what he is about to do before he does it by asking them if it is lawful to heal on the Sabbath. And then he does the right thing because it is the right thing, because it is the right thing, because it is the right thing. Openly he does it. But he doesn't stop there. He has been watching them as closely as they were watching him. And he tells a parable that features their behaviour as they picked the best seats at the table. And it's a story against them. Known and respected as the good guys, but that's just the way they see the order of things, and they've persuaded other people to see it. Truth is, guys, in life you are guests at the party, and the guest of honour has now turned up, and the host will seat him in the highest place. So what then becomes of your order of things? Give up your seat now. He doesn't stop there. He goes on to deliver a stinging rebuke to his host. That's verses 12 to 14. Knowing that he was invited at least partly on the principle of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, he gives this prominent Pharisee a few pointers on the meaning of godly hospitality. How rude. And then when someone at the table tries to smooth over what must now be an incredibly awkward atmosphere with, blessed is the man who will eat at the feast in the kingdom of God, Jesus ignores the opportunity either to change the subject or at least agree on some common ground. Oh yes, to eat at the feast in the kingdom of God. That's what we all really want, isn't it? He ignores that and he tells the parable of the great banquet, which effectively says, well, we've all got the invite to that feast, but what's the point of having the invite if you don't turn up when the banquet begins, guys? Nice one, Jesus. Don't you want to have friends in high places? Well, actually, no, he doesn't, does he? Because when you are King of Kings and Lord of Lords, what use do you have for friends in high places? But the point is, he's engaging with all of them at their point of need. And he can't do that by aiming to be Mr. Nice Guy. Rude as it almost certainly seemed then, Jesus is doing to others what in their shoes he would want done for him. Psalm 141 verse 5 says, let a righteous man strike me. It is a kindness. Let him rebuke me. It is oil on my head. Can't bless the world unless we engage with it. Can't let the world dictate the terms of the engagement. It doesn't know how. It doesn't know what's good for it. Jesus does. If you have been, thank you.